All right, we're going to be talking about equations with rational exponents, so let's get started. First, what you need to do is we have to isolate the rational exponent. So in this case, we want to get this guy all by itself, so we got to divide both sides by, oops. So first we got to move the 12, sorry, I already did that, but I got to move that over here. So by adding 12 to both sides. And then now, I've got that. Now I can go ahead and get rid of that 3 by dividing both sides by 3. And then now I have to the 2/5 equals 4. Now, here's the cool part. You want to multiply both sides by the reciprocal of the power. And when it cancels out, it's because your exponent equals 1. So, if you look here, if you were to take 2/5 times 5/2, it equals 10 over 10, which equals 1. So that's what we're doing here, is you're getting x over 1 equals this. Now that you've got that, now we can go ahead and solve the equation just like we've done before, but we only want to use the positive square roots of the radicand. So if you get any extraneous solutions, we're not going to worry about those. So for this one, remember 2 is right here, 5 is right here. And then you're just going to go ahead, simplify, and then take the square root. And then you can check your solution by wherever you see x, substitute it into your original equation, and you're good to go there. So let's get started. So for this one, we're just going to start off easy. I noticed that it's 4/3, so to cancel it out, I'm going to have to multiply by 3/4. So that's what I did. And you do it to both sides. 3/4, and then this is going to equal 1. So you get x equals, and then what I did here was 4 to the 4th root, and then 3 is here. Now that you got that, now let's break this down into something we can get that's divisible by 4. So we've got 2 to the 8th power, and one way to think about it is just to do a factor tree like what I did here and factor it out. So I got 2 to the 8th times 3, and that's going to give you 24. So now we can go ahead and let's just move it up here. X is 2 to 24th over 4. This simplifies nicely to 6. So now 2 to the 6th power is 64, and that's your answer. So you want to try to get your exponents and your roots to simplify. All right, for number 3, we're going to divide first. And the reason why is because you have this 2 right here. So let's divide both sides by 2. And then now I'm left with x plus 4 to the 2/3 power. Well, remember, you want to make this equal to 1. So that's all we did, is we did the reciprocal here. And don't forget to do the exponent over here. So you're going to get x plus 4 equals, and then I'm going to rewrite this as that. Now, you can think of this as 4 times 4 times 4, or you can simplify each of these, the square root of 4 times the square root of 4 times the square root of 4, and that equals 8. Now that we got that, subtract 4, x equals positive 4. And you can check your answers by substituting in 4 here, and then if it checks out, then you're good to go. All right, now this one is a little bit longer, but it's still the same process. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to move terms by adding 4 to both sides. That cancels out. I'm left with -2. And then your exponent is 5/2. And then this is going to be -486. So now I need to divide both sides by -2. That simplifies. And now I'm left with 243 and 3x minus 4 to the 5/2 power. All right, here we need to multiply by the reciprocal. And what you do to this side, you got to do it to this side. So we're going to now rewrite it as 243 squared. But remember, your index is 5. And then since this equals 1, now we can just leave it like that. So once your exponent equals 1, you can drop the parentheses. Now let's go ahead, simplify this. I just truthfully plugged that into my calculator. And I got 9. And you're going to get 3x equals 13. Now we got a fraction here. That's okay. Fractions are your friend. Learn them, live them, love them. And then that is your answer. So it's okay, you got a fraction, but we're still going to do the same thing. Oops. All right, so now you're going to go through and you're going to complete these. But don't forget, make sure you're multiplying by the reciprocal. So you want your exponent to equal 1 when you're done on the other side, so it cancels out. All right, and that was a short video, equations with rational exponents, but I want you to be able to go back and solve these.